3 summers ago, I was living out of my car, and I would often hang out in public places, obviously. There was the library, but the library closes pretty early, 5 or 6 p.m. And at the time, one of my favorite grocery stores had a big cafeteria, and what was really nice was that they closed at, I remember, either 11 p.m. or midnight. And at the time, they had very nice, comfortable sofas, and they had a TV. And I often went there to watch major sports events, to follow up on big news of at the time Trump's election. What else was going on around the time? But I got into some disagreement with, another one of my fellow neighbors who also lives in his car over of the area. He would go there and scatter all his stuff around, and one time he had scattered his stuff across 3 or 4 seats. And I very gently moved some of his stuff to sit down, and he got very upset about that. And he's a much bigger in size than me, so I let him have the seat, but I was very upset. And little things like that. One day I had gone to the bathroom in that grocery store. He was outside of the stall, so I thought he had finished. He had left all his stuff in the stall. I think he had a backpack. He had some cardboard signs that he had made to panhandle for money. And I needed to use the bathroom, so I offered to help him move his stuff out of the bathroom, or out of the stall, rather. And he got defensive over that. Either he wouldn't move his stuff out, he wasn't using the stall, and I couldn't understand what he was doing. In retrospect, maybe he was getting ready to use some kind of drug or substance. Who knows? Whatever the case is. But one day, we were watching something on the TV. He was sitting at the sofa. I was standing behind the area with the sofas, and here it was a football game, if I remember correctly. And all of a sudden, I felt like I needed to sneeze. And I thought if I showed him I had bad hygiene and sneezed at his direction without covering my mouth, it might make him think twice about ever going there. I knew he didn't like stuff. I had a feeling he didn't like stuff like that. This was way before COVID-19, but I knew he wouldn't like it, and he might think twice about using that area, and so I sneezed. I felt pretty safe doing it because there were a lot of people in there, and at the time, the idea of coughing or sneezing wasn't that big a deal. If it were doing it today, it might be a different story. But he got up, put his middle finger up, and he stormed out of the store. And I actually got a little bit of a reprieve, and I didn't see him for a few days. But not long after that, the grocery store we were going to, they made it really uncomfortable for us. They got rid of the sofas. The TVs didn't work half the time. The Wi-Fi didn't work half the time. The cafeteria area always had a weird temperature, too cold, too hot. I think it was the grocery store's way of getting us out of there. And it goes to show, when I was living in my car, we never were in it together. After that, I learned I had to be careful sharing about how to hang out when you live in your car. I for a long time after that, I hesitated about telling people where I would park my car at night, where people wouldn't harass me, because as soon as people caught on, a lot of people park there. Either the people who park there would get into disagreements with you, or it would attract attention, right? Maybe the owner wasn't too happy about one person parking there, but now you have 10 people parked there. All of a sudden, it gets their attention. Either that, or you just get outright to get into a fight with the other people who park there, right? The places that you like to hang out, where you like to connect to Wi-Fi, where you can get electricity in the middle of the night if you need to if you need to plug in your computer. I really hesitated on telling anybody that stuff after that sneezing event. And it just really goes to show we're never in it together. As much as we like to be going in the same direction, I'm sure the guy and I, we had some common goals, right? But we still went our own ways about it.